Hey everybody, shout out to Paul Beckus over here on YouTube for starting a pretty cool video thing. What's your favorite two games in the past decade? So here's mine, except this time I'm going to have three because you know what? I'm going to do a role-playing one, I'm going to do a board game, and I'm going to do a miniatures game. Now, granted, I've only been back in the hobby for the last maybe 8 years, so it's not a full decade. I mean, I got a lot of history I could go back into, but the past decade, here's my top choice for the best miniatures game. And there it is. Flames of War 3rd edition. This is the bad boy that got me back in the hobby 8 years ago. And I absolutely loved this game. I love the detail in it. I love the layout. I love the way the army lists work. I love the fact it was a nice, big, hefty book. You know, I like depth in my games, and this pretty much had it. Not as much a big fan of the 4th edition, but you know what? 3rd edition was the game for me. So in the past decade, this set of rules, miniatures-wise, is the game that stands out for me. This is my favorite game in the past decade, by far. Of course, let's keep in mind I've played a lot of different games. Napoleonic Rules and General de Brigade, General d'Armée, Blucher, all that stuff. Yeah, they would be runners-up. But you know what? Flames of War is what really got me back in this hobby. So there's my #1 choice as far as favorite rules in the past 10 years. For miniatures, anyway. That's the game for me. Comes to role-playing games, by far one of my favorite games ever was D&D 3rd edition. I absolutely love this. Didn't get a chance to play it enough, but it was great. So it's natural that my favorite RPG in the past 10 years would be, you guessed it, Pathfinder. Basically carrying on the tradition of D&D 3rd edition, or 3.5. Pathfinder 1st edition was the game for me. The past 10 years, this bad boy right here kept me entertained for quite a while. I absolutely adore this game. And that has a lot to do with the fact that it is D&D 3rd edition. And a lot of good memories here, especially with the folks online, playing online. That was a new experience. But yeah, this would be my top choice for best role-playing game. My favorite role-playing game, I should say, in the last decade. There's some other ones, D&D 5th edition and Call of Cthulhu and all that. But this one, by far, is my choice as a favorite. As you can see, I got lots of goodies there from 1st edition. Of course, I've moved on to 3rd edition, but that's my choice for role-playing game. Now, board games are a little tricky for me because I just got back into role-playing, or not role-playing, but board games the past year or two. So, I don't know. Past 10 years, I haven't really played a whole lot of different games, but I will say, and I will make a prediction now, in the next 10 years, my favorite board game, and I love all of these, by the way, folks, whether it's ASL or SPQR or Great Battles of the American Revolution, I absolutely love them. But my choice for the best game that I've played so far would be this one. Great Battles of the American Civil War, GMT. This game is so awesome. This is one of the volumes in this series, the latest one. And this is definitely one of my favorites. This series is fantastic when it comes to simulating battles of the American Civil War. Folks, that's my top choice, this series right here by GMT Games. Folks, hope you enjoyed and want to make your own video on this series. Please do so. And I'm trying to keep this within 4 minutes, and I'm already over 4 minutes, so there you go, Paul. This is my choices. Top 3 games, absolutely fantastic. Flames of War, Great Battles of the American Civil War, and Pathfinder 1st Edition. There you go, folks. If you want to make your own videos on this, your best top games, whether it's 2 or 3 games in the past decade, list your favorites. Let's see what you guys got. So there you go, folks. Take care. See you in the next video.